Welcome back to Washington. We have some breaking news that Donald Trump is going to visit Los Angeles on Friday to see damage from the wildfires firsthand. It'll likely be his first trip outside of Washington as the 47th president. As we come back out here live, the big fight in the building behind me, Congress, is whether or not there will be federal aid for California without conditions. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, earlier this week, we got some video of this, talking with CNN's Manu Raju, saying that there should be conditions, that he doesn't like the way that California is managed, which is not something that's ever been done before when it comes to FEMA aid. Johnson talked about it more on Meet the Press earlier today, and after that, we're going to play for you reaction from Young Kim, the Congresswoman, Republican from Orange County, who I talked to this week, in addition to Brett Baer, the Fox News anchor. Take a listen.
Are you and can you commit that California disaster relief won't have strings attached?
No, I won't commit that because we have a serious problem in California. Listen, there are natural disasters. I'm from Louisiana. We're prone to that. We understand how these things work. But then there's also human error. And when the state and local officials make foolish policy decisions that make the disaster exponentially worse, we need to factor that in.
So it could be linked to the debt limit. To an increase in the
potentially, that's one of the things we're talking about.
We are talking about life and death. We're talking about communities that are hurting. Yeah. So there shouldn't be any condition other than making sure that we bring the resources and the aid as soon as possible to our communities and make sure they are used as intended.
I think the president's going to weigh in on this, and he's going to go out there in coming days, I'm told. And I think when he goes out and sees the devastation and what he says will impact where Republicans are. You know, it's tough to imagine the devastation that you guys have been dealing with, and I'm really sorry that you've had to deal with that. You all have done an amazing job covering it, and I know it's a tough story because you know so many people that lost homes, but I think people don't fully grasp how awful it is, and I think having the president go out there will be another megaphone to make that happen.
And it's been interesting, Susan, being here. Whenever we tell anybody that we're from Los Angeles, almost every single person asks about the fires. It's something that's really top of mind around the entire country. Again, President Trump is going to be coming on Friday. Coming up in our next segment, a lot more from Brett Baer about what's it like covering Donald Trump. What are their plans for covering 200 executive orders in one day? So really interesting insight on what he's like behind the scenes. That's coming up in our next segment. For now, Susan, back to you.